Good day to viewers, the Colonel speaking to you live from the Grange, British Imperial YouTube Broadcasting. To the Columbia record DB865, The Channel Swimmer Parts 1 and 2, Descriptive Sketch by Horace Kennedy, assisted by Jess Sweet and James Lomas. I'll turn over halfway through. Here we go.
Well, how do you feel about it?
Very confident.
You do, eh?
Yes.
Well, I've trained you as no man's never been trained before. And if you don't swim the channel this time, you never will. You failed your supporters twice at Folkestone, cause you would swim into the pier instead of out into the open sea.
The currents was all against me there.
So you told them. And that's the reason they sent you down this time to swim it from Land's End, where everything's in your favour. And if you'll only remember not to try swimming it with your head under the water, you should cakewalk it.
I remember to keep me head well out of the water.
Good. Oh, there's a telegram for you from the bookmakers.
Bookmakers?
Yes. It says, we're offering 100 to 1 against you swimming the channel, and 2 to 1 you'll drown. Good luck. We know you won't let us down.
They fancy me then?
Oh, they fancy you all right. Ah, well, I'll slip off to see if the tug's ready. So long.
So long. Good sports, those bookmakers. Jolly good sports.
Oh, pardon me. I'm looking for a Mr. Duck, the long-distance swimmer from Deptford.
I'm Mr. Duck.
Delighted to meet you. I represent the sports and athletic page of our local paper.
Oh, yes?
Yes, and I just received word of your arrival, and that you're shortly making another attempt to swim the channel.
Yes, I'm making another attempt.
Splendid, Mr. Duck, splendid. And may this attempt be a triumphant one.
I shall do my best to be triumphant.
And always remember, nil disperandum.
Who?
Nil disperandum.
Yes, if he did it, an Englishman can.
Yes, quite so. Now, Mr. Duck, a few interesting particulars.
Yes.
Now, what is your opinion of the channel?
Well, it's a bit harder than the Regent's Canal. You see, there's more of it.
Yes, I should say there is. And far more perplexing intricacies.
Yes, in tricky seas it's hopeless.
Yes, I can quite believe that. Ah, you have a gramophone with you.
Yes, I like a bit of music when I'm swimming. When I feel my spirits dropping a bit, my trainer puts on a bit of the Art Bowed Down, and that puts new life into me.
Ah, nothing like a bit of music when you feel you're going under.
Oh, yes, but when I'm going under, I can't always hear it.
No, I suppose not. By the by, Mr. Duck, what diet do you train on?
Stout and steak.
Stout and steak?
Yes.
Oh, of course, I've heard that's very fortifying.
It's fortifying, all right, but it's apt to disturb your judgment.
Is that so?
Of course, I may not have had it in the proper proportion.
Ah, quite likely.
Before I started on my first attempt, my supporters brought me along a case of stout and half a pound of steak, with strict instructions to get the lot of it down me.
The lot?
Yes. Well, of course, I did my best, and after diving in the children's swimming pool by mistake, they hauled me out and took me down to the sea. And then, heartily cheering me and singing a chorus of Hearts of Hope, they all gave me what they called a flying start.
A flying start?
Yes, it's a sort of a push mixed with a throw.
Right, on to the other side with a flying start.
Well, when I found where I was, I started to swim, and I went very fast. In fact, so fast that in a couple of hours I found myself in deep water. Well, having made splendid progress, I kept on making it, not slacking my speed once, when all of a sudden a wave, what I hadn't noticed coming, hit me sideways.
Ah, a cross current.
Yes, only this one was a bit more cross than usual. It took me right under.
Did it?
And when I came up, I saw France everywhere. Everywhere I looked, there was France. And picturing myself being victorious, I was about to strike out for the nearest bit of it, when another wave hit me again and took me under, and carrying me all the way with it, slung me high and dry on the shore.
Dear, dear.
When I came to, I saw a crowd of people standing all round me, and I was just trying to think of something to say to them in French, like bonsoir, when up came my trainer and said, "What the blazes have you come back for?" Of course, then I knew I hadn't done it.
You must have been keenly disappointed.
I was. There was one thing I was pleased about, though.
And what was that?
After my trainer picked me up off the shore, he said, "Anyhow, you've proved you can stay."
Well, that at any rate was gratifying.
Yes, because that's the very thing you've got to be able to do when you swim the channel.
It certainly is. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Duck. And oh, by the way, when are you making this next attempt?
I'm making it today.
Today?
Yes.
Well, where from?
From here?
Here?
Yes.
But this is Land's End. You can't swim to France from here. You're almost in a direct line for the Bay of Biscay.
The Bay of Biscay?
Yes.
But isn't it a short cut?
Good gracious, no.
But my supporters sent me down here because the current's better.
Nonsense. I'm afraid, Mr. Duck, your supporters are pulling your leg.
Pulling my leg?
It looks like it. Why, your only chance of reaching France from here is by going to Plymouth and catching the Berengaria.
Catching the Berengaria?
Yes.
And does the Berengaria go to France?
Yes, it calls at Cherbourg on its way to Southampton.
Does it?
Yes. Well, goodbye, Mr. Duck.
Goodbye. Very funny of them. Very funny.
Well, the tug's on its way. Are you ready to start?
No, and I'm not going to. I came down here to swim to France, not the Bay of Biscay.
What do you mean?
You're pulling my legs, the lot of you, trying to make a fool of me. But I'll show you that I'm not. I'm going to swim to France, and I don't want no more assistance of you.
Oh, and how are you going to do it?
Swim it from Plymouth.
Swim it from Plymouth?
Yes.
And how are you going to swim to France from Plymouth?
Follow the Berengaria.
Well, there we go, viewers. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you and goodbye.